Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live. We are here, man, with the brothers in the building. We're here. Man, like Miz is in the building. Miz, what are you telling me, Miz?
Come on, man. No, it's been great, man. Popping on this show every week, once a week. It's good, man. Good to be back, bro. Let's talk.
Come on. Big up to you, man. Like Wolf is in the building. Transfer galore. I can't lie, you pulled it off. Big up to you, man. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah, man. All good, all good. Forest moving crazy. 3-point collectors. You know what I'm saying? Any me and D on there got those 3 points, D.
Yeah.
That's my guy, Wolfie, man. That's my brother, man. That's what we do, my G.
Big up, D, man. How you recovered from last night's madness on the?
It was chaos, fam.
Chaos, man. Chaos.
That was one of the most legendary streams I've seen in a long time or been involved in. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, big up.
Man, you know they came off and then DG and Gunner and that went on again, innit? Until like 5 a.m. or something like that. For something.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
There,
big up to you. Big up the man, them though. But listen, we got a lot to discuss, man. Oh my days, man. Like we got Newcastle and Isak madness. We got Trossard pay rise. We got the PFA Player of the Year, Team of the Season, Eze news. We've even got Fofana. He's removed all of Chelsea. Like, I don't get that, brother, man. What have Chelsea done for him, you know what I mean, the last couple of years and been patient with his injury? For him to do that, I think he's lost it, man. But we'll get to all of that, Miss. It's crazy. But we have to start with the Isak situation, man. So after the PFA Awards last night, you know what I mean, Isak spoke and he said the following. I'm proud to be recognized by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League Team of the Season for 24-25. First and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle who are supporting me along the way. I'm not at the ceremony tonight with everything going on. It didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed me to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what was really being said behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made and the club know my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. That's where things are for me right now and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. So I was like, yo, let's dissect that, man. You know what I mean? I was like, that's a bit juicy, right? But obviously, this is like Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Like Drake did his thing, and then Kendrick came back with his own bars. You feel me? And then obviously,
you're doing too much, though, man. You're doing too much.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into it. And then obviously, Newcastle have come out response saying, we're disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post by Alexander Isak this evening. We are clear in the response that Alex remains under contract and have no commitment to have ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle this summer. We want to keep our best players. We also understand players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representatives, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle Football Club, the team, and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee these conditions being met. This is a proud football club with proud traditions, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains part of our family and will be welcomed back when he's ready to rejoin his teammates. Biz, I'll start with you, man. What? First of all, like, what do you think of Isak's statement? And was he justified in making that? And then, yeah, like, obviously, then Newcastle's response, man. But what are you saying, bro? Is it mad? Is it free Isak or what?
Bro, look, I said this last week when I think the Newcastle fan, Pete, I believe he was here, and I said,
yeah,
This is how, look, everyone's got their version of the story. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone's got the version. This is how I see the version of this story. And Saida said the exact thing last week as well. I believe, and it's not like this is something I'm just saying out of thin air. This has been well documented. David Ornstein has come out publicly way back in March talking that this player wants to leave. And then he also mentioned he actually wanted to leave. He gave Newcastle a time frame that, hey, last season will be my final season with you guys. Now, you have to ask yourself the question, why is David Ornstein? A lot of people will say, oh, David Ornstein's lying. What does he know? Why is he going to come out publicly and say something like that about a player that is looking to, like, what benefit does he get out of it? He's not just, I always say the particular saying, where there is a little bit of smoke, there's a little bit of fire. Do you know what I mean? You see a little bit of smoke, there's a little bit of fire there. So the way I look at it, Saeed, is that I'm very certain, off the back of what I've seen on social media and what I've read and whatnot, Isak definitely has had a conversation last summer.
Yes.
Now, the problem is, who did he have the conversation with? Because whoever he had the conversation with maybe are not present anymore at Newcastle, or maybe they are not the ones that are, putting out these statements from Newcastle's on behalf. But whatever the case he said, Isak must have had a conversation with his agent. His agent then had a conversation with some representative at Newcastle, and there must have been some sort of an agreement verbally that, you know what, okay, this season, get us to is your internet moving mad or something?
Is that your twin? Is that your twin?
There's two of you.
It's your twin. Oh, can't believe it's Saeed.
It's evil Saeed, man. Evil Saeed.
Saeed and Raeed.
Carry on.
Yeah, so somewhere along the way, some sort of verbal agreement must have happened, and the season has happened, and now it's not. Look, if you look at how Newcastle were moving as well at the start of the summer window, they were going for targets. They were going for João Pedro. They were going for Iketika. They were going for Sesko. They've failed. They've miserably failed. And now they've come to a situation, they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, we kind of did promise this guy that he can leave. But you know what? I don't think he can anymore because we've not landed anyone. And this player has been getting smashed left, right, and center by the fans. He's been made to look like a villain. The ultimate situation is Newcastle. You've failed. You failed to acquire a player, and now you're falling into the whole situation that you're not going to let this player go. And this whole statement that Newcastle's come out with as well, Saeed, it's almost saying that they knew that he wanted to go, but now they're saying, oh, certain terms have not been met. Well, you're putting a price tag of 150 million. Liverpool's obviously going to negotiate with you. Liverpool's not going to pay the 150 million.
Exactly.
They know your player wants to leave. So your statement, Newcastle, that you've come out with, it's kind of saying you are aware the player wanted to leave. So what the player has kind of said is somewhat vindicated. That's how I look at it.
Also, go on, Wolfie. Go on, Wolfie.
I disagree completely. It's still very, for me, black and white. Conversations or not, he signed the contract. He's got 3 years left on his contract. Newcastle, neither he or Newcastle have said what that price is. What we know from what we've seen around is 150 million. No one's offered the 150 million. End of discussion. If Liverpool had gone in with 150, Newcastle would have accepted and it'd have been gone. So I don't get why this hatred towards what Newcastle have done. Why would Newcastle undersell their biggest asset for less than the value they've put on him? It doesn't need to be any deeper than that. And Newcastle, I'm actually quite pleased with what they've done. They've stood their ground. They're not going to get bullied by Liverpool. They said, it's very simple. Liverpool, pay 150 or shut up. Why is it more of a conversation than that? If Liverpool had offered 150 million 2 months ago, he'd be wearing a red shirt right now.
I'll tell you why it's more of a conversation. It's because, and this is no disrespect to Newcastle, right? If this was one of those top tier clubs, right? I'm talking about globally, then I could understand the stance on that club that, hey, you know what? We're the ones who are running the show here. You listen to us. Newcastle needs to understand. And once again, I reiterate, no disrespect to any Newcastle fans. By them doing this, are they winning here? Because the player is going to decide, I'm not going to play for you. I am not playing for you. So I don't understand Newcastle. What are you gaining from this situation? Because all of these players you're going for, this is not a good look. This is, you can't even land a target. You think now in the future, big players are going to come and join Newcastle, knowing that this is what may happen to them down the track, that they may get locked up. Newcastle needs to know the food chain. The food chain is, yes, you have an asset. That is huge. I get it. But you need to compromise now. You need to let go of this asset and you need to collect the money and go and invest. Because in the food chain and globally, you're not that big at the moment, Newcastle. You're moving like you're Real Madrid. Real Madrid could do that to a player. And that player would shut their mouth up.
No, but Miz, how do you become the giant in the food chain? You become the giant by doing things like this. You become the giant. Newcastle are trying to become the giant, aren't they? So you become the giant by telling the big clubs you can't you can't buy our main guy. That's what you do.
No, you can't
what does Newcastle get? What does Newcastle get out of this deal? Say they keep him. Say they keep him. This player doesn't want to play for him.
No, but what they gain is to keep their best player that they want at their club. That's what they gain.
If he's not allowed to play,
he's not going to play for them.
He will. He will play.
Exactly. What he's going to sit? He's going to hold bench for 3 years. And
no.
You're talking about
January. So January.
Yeah, but you're talking food chain. Isak needs to know where he is on the food chain as well. He is not bigger than Newcastle. Like, you running with any player. Let's just say, I don't know, Arsenal, or let's choose a different club. Let's say Everton, Braithwaite, for example. This happened with Man U and Everton last season. Braithwaite, Man U wanted him in the summer. Everton held out. Why should clubs have to be forced to accept less just because a Big Six team comes in? Newcastle have set their price on him. Newcastle have set their price on him. What you're missing here is I haven't seen anywhere where Newcastle or Isak have come out and said, we agreed on 100 mil. If Newcastle had agreed with Isak on 100 mil and they're holding out for 150, then you can hold smoke at Newcastle and say you're getting greedy.
That's what the problem is. That's the point. If he's saying that in the statement, right, he's saying, yo, promises were made. And that he's got his side of the story. Newcastle have got theirs. You get me?
Do you know what I've seen? Apparently, the person that promised him this is no longer at the club. This is where the confusion comes in.
What was promised? We're all speculating about what was promised.
I'm not sure. To be honest, none of us know what was actually promised. Only Isak.
But the player has come out and said something was promised. Are we going to say the player's lying now?
Newcastle basically said that.
What if 200 million was promised? We don't know. We don't know. Here's the bottom line. If Isak wasn't so stupid, he would have put a release clause in his contract when he signed it. This is still on him. Why didn't he say, I must have a release clause? I am confident in my ability that in X amount of years' time, all these big teams are going to want me, and I want a release clause in there for 130 mil or whatever. He didn't do that. Guys, he signed the contract. He signed the conditions of that contract.
The contract, your feelings change after a while, innit? Like, I get the signed contract. Everyone would sign a contract for 5 years. You don't just sign it for 18 months. You know what I mean? I don't work. That's
why didn't he put a release clause in it?
No, but I get that. But at the same time, all I'm saying for me when I look at it objectively is that Newcastle are in a very, very sticky situation now because they can't really spend money for a striker unless they somehow sell Isak. We've seen it. This summer they're struggling for cash in terms of who they want to get. They've been rejected so many times. Like, it makes sense for them to kind of move on for them because you've got a player that doesn't want to be there.
You know what as well, Saeed, yeah? You know as well why? Obviously, you could say I'm more biased because I support the opposite club in this.
Yeah,
this is kind of stupid from Newcastle, because what this now does is every single week, Eddie Howe's going to be faced with questions, whether they've won a game, whether they've lost a game. This is going to have a cloud over them for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I understand people are saying you have to keep your best player, you have to show people you can't be bullied, but this isn't good for him and it's not good for the club as well. And also, this might set a bad precedent, because let me name through a few other players. If City had put up the money for Livramento, he probably goes. If City put up the money for Bruno G, he probably would have went. Gordon was twerking for us. And let's be honest, Tonali, if Newcastle don't start challenging, or I don't know, being a constant Champions League team, I think the only reason why he's staying at the moment is because he's shown loyalty because of the betting thing. They showed loyalty to him, so he's going to show loyalty to them. But all these players soon, if Newcastle don't reach their ambitions, they're going to.
This is exactly what I was saying. This is exactly what I was saying. You got to understand the food chain.
Exactly, and they're going to start thinking, hold on, we've seen how you've dealt with Isak. Are we going to be in this predicament as well? And the fact they're struggling to attract players, it's not looking that bright for Newcastle.
Ron, let me spin it then. Yeah, if you was the owner of Newcastle, yeah, would you accept 100 million for him?
Not 100, no,
not 100 million.
But this is why I said my club are complicit as well. We now need to put the money up. Forget all this low ball.
No, but what do you think he should go for in this situation? Because the reason why he's coming out and doing all this is because people
120 million. 120 million gets the job done. 120 million gets the job done.
No, but that's Newcastle saying that's not enough. They're saying they want 150, yeah? So if that's your value, it doesn't really matter whether he's happy, unhappy, played well, didn't play well. That's not the point.
If you keep him, and next season and he doesn't perform, he doesn't play for you.
Value goes
what do
down.
you think his value? What do you think is you're now not even getting 120 million? Now all of a sudden his value is like 80, 90 million.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption that he doesn't play.
But that is an educated assumption. That's an educated assumption that a player doesn't play.
The educated assumption would be that more often than not, he's going to be in the club and then he might end up playing again. That happens all the time when players end up staying. And
do you think the statement that he gave gives you the vibe that he's going to play? He literally said the relationship is over. What makes you think
over? Yeah, he said the relationship over.
Bro,
I don't get this.
Gerrard wanted to leave. Rooney put in a transfer list. I've seen worse than this. This is not. This is him wanting to leave for Liverpool. I've seen way worse than this, and relationships get rectified. Obviously, he wants to go.
I only think Isak will start playing after January, and I'll tell you why. I think now until January, in my opinion, he doesn't play. If Newcastle don't want to sell him in January, he has to now play because he needs to be fit for the World Cup. You need to have at least 5-6 months where you've been playing. So in my opinion, Isak don't play for Newcastle until January. I think they put him in the reserve. They do whatever they have to do. If they now don't want to sell him in January, he's going to now say, you know what? I'm going to have to get integrated. I need to be fit for the World Cup. Sweden didn't make the last one as well. And I don't think he's ever even played in one. So he's going to be desperate to play in that World Cup.
Yeah, so the power's in Newcastle's hands. Then.
Say that again?
By that logic, the power's in Newcastle's hands.
It is. But Wolfie, this is what I'm saying. We need to offer at least 150 million package. There's going to be Liverpool fans in the chat saying, we still need to lowball. We can't just give them what they want. Well, we have to in this situation now. Pete even come on and said last week, pay the money or you don't need to just leave. We need to pay the money now. For me, 130 million with a 20 million pack add-ons gets it done, in my opinion, because it's still a British transfer record fee. But we need to pay up.
Craig Hope said that club have pursued alternatives. I would have explored a sale to Liverpool, but the message tonight is clear, like it's totally safe. So Newcastle are open to selling, but it's got to be for the right price, and that's where it is. Isak saying, "Yo, you might need to agree on a reasonable price here, and don't basically price me out." That's where it's coming down to. They've agreed on a price. They've agreed on a figure, because players now, whether you like it or not, guys, they're involved in a figure. They will say, "Yo, can you let me go for X amount next summer?" And they will say, "Yeah. You know what? We'll sort it out, man. We'll sort it out. Yeah, that sounds right." Obviously, that Amanda girl, whoever was maybe that one that got it, has now not left. But now Newcastle are saying, "Yo, well, we don't know what deal happened." You know, it's like if you enter my house, you got new rules. You feel me? The guy that was here before, that was the old guy. I'm here. This is the new rules. So that's how it works in life, and it's unfortunate.
Do you know what makes
he still should he have went a different way about it? Yes, but at the same time, this is his career, guys. Man, we would all act the same. Hold on a minute. We would all. I don't know why you're shaking head. Everyone would act the same. Yo, this is my career. I'm a world-class player. I want to move. If I'm looking at it objectively, I'm thinking about my career, bro. Newcastle have got their own interests. They can back you.
100%.
I don't get why
So
people are now hating on
why were
Isak.
Liverpool? Why didn't you have this attitude for Trent leaving then?
What do you mean?
Me personally, I
I
did.
didn't-
This
Why
is
didn't,
different.
why didn't you have this?
did.
Why didn't everyone have
Well,
this?
no,
Amazing
no,
he
no.
speaks to Liverpool fans. Them
I'm
personally, they
asking.
didn't, but everyone else did.
Hold on. D, did you ask me?
No, I'm saying the point I'm making is this notion, yeah, of because a player decides he wants to go anytime he wants to go, that the club I have to just let him go because he wants to go. The point I'm making is that happened with Gibbs White when everyone was saying he should be going to Tottenham no matter what because he decides he wants to go. When Suarez decided he wanted to come to Arsenal, Liverpool didn't let him go. They went to court. They stopped him. They did his release clause. He had a release clause and they refused it. If we had taken them to court, we would have won. And they didn't do it, and they kept him. And Suarez is one of their legends. So why is everyone?
By the way, Bushra went on free as well. Free. It was a free
Say that again?
transfer. It was a free transfer.
The Suarez situation. Look what happened with Suarez situation. Why didn't they let him go when he wanted to go? He wanted to come to Arsenal.
He didn't bid enough. He didn't bid enough. That's why.
Wait,
No, they didn't bid enough. They didn't bid enough now.
It's the same
See, this is
scenario.
what Newcastle is saying. They have
It's the
Liverpool
same
haven't bid
scenario.
enough.
Do you know what? Do you know?
He
what
also
makes
bid it disrespectfully. That was disrespectful bid. Liverpool had put 100 million in. He also 40 million plus a pound. Come on, man. Let's not compare this.
They did that because it triggered the release clause, and Liverpool. It was actually that was the bro. You don't understand what happened.
Nah, I
There
get it.
was a
Hold on,
release
man.
clause, and we actually triggered it, and Liverpool rejected it. They actually broke the law. Do you know that?
Liverpool broke the law.
They broke the law, bro. You don't even know the scenario. The whole pound thing is the truth, bro. They broke the law, and if Arsenal had taken them to court, we would have won the case.
Well, I thought that whole thing was if they went 40 plus a pound, they could talk to him.
Yeah, no, because he had a release clause. They broke the law. They
I don't think it was a
rejected- they
release
refused
clause.
it.
I think it was like a negotiation clause, some weird thing like that. I can't remember it. It's a while back.
Listen, I think
I
for
remember.
me,
I remember
You know
it
what,
fully.
like,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah, go on, Rams. Go
You
on,
know,
Rams.
in this statement, what makes it evident that they kind of showed their hand, and this has been their stance that they want to sell him. When they said we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired, so that shows if we do actually put up the money, they will consider a sale. And it said we do not foresee those conditions being met. So I actually think they have spoke to Isak and said, look, if Liverpool put the money up, we actually will sell you. But they've actually showed their hand at the same time, because if you look at other not for sale like statements in the past, a lot were flying around Twitter yesterday. That's a bit weak from Newcastle, that statement. For me, that statement was a bit weak from them. Yes, they're trying to show authority, but for me, that statement was weak. Because, Wolfie, they're trying to basically say that they would sell him to us, but it doesn't really seem firm. Do you know what I mean? In the same breath, they're saying, no, but you have to stay. But in the same breath, they're saying, but we would sell you. Like, it's a bit confusing.
They're saying if the price was met, then they would sell him. That's the same with any player. Every single player on this planet has a price. If it's met, they will get sold. Like I don't see how it's weak.
Anything changes, by the way, guys. Yeah, Isak is still there. Liverpool need to come and pay.
I still think
Newcastle made a statement because they felt like they needed to. Because at the end of the day, if you speak, we have to speak. I don't think anything has changed, man. By the way, yeah, I know it's still a bit messy. I think this is further now giving maybe Liverpool that indication of, yo, if you wanna come and get me, I'm here, I'm ready, I want to join you. I don't think
honestly, if I'm Liverpool, I'm not putting the 150 million. Straight up, I'm not doing it.
Boy,
I know your player wants to leave. I know it, and now he's made it public. Like, there could not be any other slap in the face than that. So if I'm Liverpool, I'm going, you know what? I get it. I get that the player is one of the best. And this is why I just want to quickly touch base on that Braithwaite and Isak. Braithwaite at that time for Man United when they were Braithwaite was not one of the top world-class defenders.
And it was not worth 70 million. Yeah.
And we're talking about
In
Isak.
your opinion.
What do you mean? It's not opinion. It wasn't worth 70 million.
It doesn't matter what you think he was worth.
Brother,
it matters what
worth
people who are
75 million.
selling him think he's worth. That's the point you're not missing, even with this Isak thing.
So Braithwaite, in my personal opinion, at that time was not one of the world's best defenders. Isak is one of the world's best strikers at the moment.
Yeah,
that's the big difference between the two there. But yeah, going back to the point, if I'm Liverpool, I'm probably banking on 120 million package and see what happens. If Newcastle doesn't want to sell, I'm moving away. If I'm Liverpool, I'm moving away. I've got Ekitike, I've got Mo Salah, I've got everything. Isak would have been fantastic. And then, yeah, it's sorry news for Isak. From Newcastle perspective, the way I look at it, you now are stuck with a player that doesn't want to represent you. So it's up to you what you want to do. You got to look at from a business standpoint as well, not just from a footballing standpoint. Footballing standpoint, you're losing anyway because the player is not keen. He's made a public statement. And from a business standpoint, you're now missing out on the money that you really could have done with the PSI situation. So I think it's
why are we making the assumption that Liverpool are the only team on this planet that can afford to buy Isak?
Exactly.
How do we know? Newcastle are owned by the Saudi, by PIF. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next week a deal suddenly emerges. They ship him to Saudi for a year. They get their money from him, and then he comes back to Liverpool a year later. That could happen, man. Liverpool is not the only team on this planet that can afford him.
Miz, I understand your logic, but I know a lot of people saying he's not worth 150. He's not, but the players in the last 5 to 10 years haven't been worth what clubs have paid them for. That's just the market nowadays, right? The reason why this is a player that I've loved for the last 3-4 years, right? Maybe it might be a bias thing, but the reason why I would pay it is because I just think he literally elevates us. Yes, it's 150. Yes, we're getting extorted, but if you know he's a level raiser, and for me, we already win the Prem, but for me, Isak basically not guarantees it, but he makes us clear favourites. So for me, I'd rather just pay the money. Your logic is, I actually agree with it, right? But I just think in this moment, because it's dragged on, for me, just pay the money. We know what
the question, guys, yeah?
Pay the money.
Sorry, Rose. What if now, for example, Newcastle don't get striker and Isak refuses to play? Who wins?
Yeah, Newcastle screwed. Newcastle screwed.
But I'm not saying that. It's a question out there because if Isak doesn't want to play football, and he says, you know what, F you lot, Newcastle, man. You man screwed me over. I ain't coming back until January. So you man have got no striker available until then. Because right now, like, I don't know what's going on with the Wissa situation, but it seems that Newcastle don't want to pay the value of Wissa. So can we now discuss that as well? Because Newcastle don't want to pay the fee for Wissa because we're hearing that Brentford have got a price and Newcastle don't want to go there. So then what do they do now? Is it all just a smoke screen? Say, you know what, Isak, welcome back. Transfer window's closed now. You can come back to my Newcastle and we can all be happy friends and you can be our leading striker. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I've not really seen Newcastle going for a striker right now. Like, they're not pursuing anything right now as of yet, like with the intent to buy. What happens then, guys, if the window closes? They keep Isak, which is for them is amazing. For them, they're buzzing, but they don't then sign a striker.
They will sign a striker because they have to replace Wilson. They have no striker. The Newcastle need two strikers. We haven't seen any movement, though. We haven't seen any movement. There's still movement. 10 days to go, whatever it is.
I know, but they've been rejected. They've literally not tried. They've not tried to put the money in for Wissa that they wanted. It is Jackson. Are they going to pay 60 million for Jackson, or how much over Chelsea?
How much do Brentford want for Wissa?
60
I think
now.
they're 40 million plus at least.
You know, it's not
I think they're saying 50, 60.
You know, it's not rocket science. They accept. Wow. But how much is it, Wolfie?
They're saying 50 to 60 now. Brentford.
But Wolfie, let's do the maths. We give them 120, 60 for Jackson, 60 for Wissa. Everyone's happy. Why do you keep saying 120?
But Wissa isn't the Isak replacement. That's the point you're missing. He's the Wilson.
No, I'm saying 120 would do the
but where are you getting 120 from, though? I don't understand. Because
I'm trying to lowball again, bro.
Because you think that should be enough. Because you think that you think that's enough. It's not going to work, bro.
We know. I'm being cheeky here. We know that he's not going to see. They're not going to sell.
Look, I think what we also need to understand here is, look, if they don't get a striker, of course, there's some days left and they can get a striker. But if they don't, they're in a very bad situation. They got Champions League football. They already looked toothless against Aston Villa. So did Aston Villa, but they didn't look that great against Aston Villa. And we have to ask ourselves the question, and I want to ask to everyone in the panel, why have they failed to get João Pedro, Ekitike, Sesko? I'm not talking about one striker. They failed to get multiple strikers here.
And Buemo, Cunha, the list goes on.
but let's stick to the three that were well documented, right? Like João Pedro, you got Sesko, you got Ekitike. Why have they failed to land at least one of them? Why has that happened?
Because it's the clubs they came up against. You got to look at each of those individually.
Oh, so food chain again. Food chain.
No, attraction. It's not necessarily food chain.
In your words, I'm going to stream with you, Wolfie. In your words, Newcastle were more attractive than United. So it can't be attraction. These are your words a couple of weeks ago when we were on the stream. So
I said it'd be better for him to go to Newcastle than United.
You sure you didn't say Newcastle were more attractive, Wolfie? We were on the street.
Well, they are more attractive than United.
The laws
they are more attractive than United. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, so what you said is wrong. Then it can't be like.
Yeah, but I'm not Pedro, or I'm not Mbumo, or I'm not Cunha. Their opinion will be different to mine.
Fair.
I'm saying if I was going to sign for, I would not sign for United. But you got to look at it individually. Like in a heads-up battle, you would expect Chelsea to have got it over Newcastle. United, even though as shit as they are now,
by the way, we didn't pay more. They paid more wages. By the way, they put in more wages. They put in a higher bid, and still we got the players off them, which is crazy. But at the same time, like I said, for me with Newcastle, like it's one of them where do you want to play out your football club that doesn't want to play for you? Like, would you want, for example, now, let's say for example, Odegaard doesn't want to be there. Put a transfer request. I don't want to be there. Are you willing to say, nah, you rot in the reserves, you stay there, or you say, you know what, let's move on, let's get the bid and like.
You know what you got to do, yeah? You got to ask it in the way of your most prized asset, which is Saka to us. It's harder to do it with Odegaard. I think you got to do it with Saka.
Go on, do it with Saka.
With Cole Palmer, with Chelsea. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Saka wants to go Real Madrid. Saka wants to go Real Madrid right now.
Yeah, and they're offering. So to me, Saka. What would you say? What do we all agree that Saka will go for in this market now? What would you say? Or Palmer?
100 million.
You got more than 100.
No. Saka would be, let's say, 130, 140, something like that. Yeah.
Call it 100 for ease of maths.
Yeah. So if he wants to go to Real Madrid and Real Madrid are offering, let's say, I don't know, 100 million or 90 million, would I? And he wants to go us or on the other side, Palmer wants to go because Palmer would cost about 150 now. And if Barcelona want him for say, he would cost. I'm telling you, if they were to sell him, they'll.
I don't say wow. I said it's crazy, isn't it? When you think
it might even be more than that, but I'll be honest, it might even be more than that. But,
especially with his contract, and they do the death row.
8-year deal. Trust me, it'll be more. These guys will be more than that. Like Chelsea wouldn't let him go for that much anyway. But if let's imagine Real Madrid want Palmer or they want Saka, and you're offering say 100 million for Palmer, 100 million for Saka, I can guarantee you neither team would sell them. Guaranteed.
Wait, hold on, D. I just want to make this point. You lot are all agreeing that Palmer's worth 150, but some of you are poo-pooing the fact that Isak's worth 150. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they're good in their own ways, isn't it? They're quality in their own ways. Like Palmer,
but strikers will always pull more than a 10. Man.
Yeah, but that's what the market is. That's why I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah, but that's why I'm
saying. Are we doing this? Is this fans now? Because if we all agree,
to do it to our players. That's why.
We're doing it to our players. Yeah.
Ask me, Liz, would you? What would you? If Real Madrid wanted him and they were offering 100, let's say the situation was the same as it is at now, would you sell him for less than 150?
I would. I know the market price that I would have for Cole Palmer is 150, but I'm also not naive to think that I'm gonna get 150. I'm not going to accept 100 because that's crazy. I'd want to negotiate something in between. My biggest factor in if this ever materializes, and it can, because Real Madrid, after Chelsea, there are only few other clubs that can be that the players would want to go. Because Chelsea, we're a big club, right? So after that, maybe Barcelona or Real Madrid or so on and so forth, right? If one of our players, and this can happen, just like what's happening with Isak, it can happen to us. I'd want to see how badly does the player want to leave. And if they want to badly leave just the way Isak does, I want them to be gone. And I believe from the business, the way we're moving in our football club, the way we handle our business, we'd find a middle ground. We'd find a middle ground to let go because it's not worth keeping that player in a group that he doesn't want to be part of, and the teammates as well. I'm hearing certain parts of the Newcastle squad don't want him to return back anymore. They don't want this disruption anymore. So
yeah, but Miz, if they're offering you less than the middle ground, the 100 million,
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
are you prepared to accept that for Cole Palmer if you have him set at 150?
look, me personally, I'm not a business guy, right? I would
You were a
look at the
business guy
benefit.
10 minutes ago when we were talking about Isak, bro.
All right. So let me become a business guy then. Let me become a business guy. I would look to sell. I personally would be.
So you would undersell the player
Why would it be undersell though? Why would it be undersell? I
because
bought
you
the player for
valued him at
45 million.
150, therefore 50 million less would be an undersell, bro.
Yeah,
Doesn't make your value.
but I bought the player for 45 million. I'm
Yeah.
making
It doesn't
a
matter
sweet
what you
profit
bought
anyway.
him for. So you might as well sell him for 45 then. That'd be 5 mil profit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sell him that much under. I'm saying that there's gotta be a middle ground here. So if I'm asking for 150 and they come up and I think the middle ground's about 125, they give me 120. I'm not gonna haggle for
No,
5
we're
million.
saying 100.
No,
They're firm.
100.
Real Madrid
100.
come in, they're saying 100.
100 is not that. Come on, man. You're not doing
100 is not gonna happen. And I
Nice.
think in this
No, it
case,
will. It will. It
Liverpool
will
also
happen.
knows. I think Liverpool also knows 100 was never going to happen with Isak.
Mm.
Liverpool
course
will
not.
come back with a new bid, and I think it's going to be somewhere around the 120 million mark. That's what everyone's saying. I think at that price, you got to make a move. We
Yeah.
can't be.
By the way,
we
Real
can't be
Madrid
doing. We can't
Yeah.
be doing examples in extremes. Oh, but Miz, would you sell Cole Palmer for 400?
No, but this is not an extreme.
Of
This
course
is
I
what's
would.
happening to
It's
Newcastle.
not an extreme.
It's not an extreme at all. This is actually what's happening. Like their best player is being. He wants to leave, and he's going to a bigger club. It's the same with Palmer and Real Madrid, and they're offering what he's not worth. All they have to do is.
But Liverpool will come back with a bid. They will,
Yeah,
and if
but
they
until
don't,
they
then
do,
Liverpool
until
doesn't.
they do,
yeah, that's a good question, by the way. Will Liverpool come with a bid now? Like Rams, do you think they'll just say, you know what? Let's just wait till the chaos unfolds again. What Liverpool have done though, they've dropped a grenade, and the whole of Newcastle has exploded. You know what I mean? It's a madness, bro.
Can I just ask the panel something? To answer your question, I do think we come back with a bid, but had Isak not released that statement, do you think Newcastle would have released that statement?
No, you mad?
No.
No.
But I think he's
Yeah,
releasing
no.
that statement. He's releasing that statement because he probably feels like Liverpool are not going to come back. That's why. I think that's why he's releasing that statement, because he probably feels that time is running out. So obviously, Newcastle are standing firm on what they're saying.
You know, D, do you know why it was also perfect for him to release that statement? But like you said, he might feel that we're done. And another thing, he actually got nominated in the team, so people are going to be asking questions as well.
Yeah.
Everyone knows kind of where he is and why he's not there. But I think it was great from whoever's around and whatnot. I think it was great timing for them. Like he kind of made the night about him, because deep it awards were getting handed out. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Isak." Do you know what I mean? So he made the night about him.
There was so much
happening
at the awards night as well, which is crazy.
And all the players saw that at the same time. All the players there would have been on their socials. Isak. He knew what he was doing. He knew.
Do you know what though, Roms? I said this to you last week though. In this whole piece, I don't know why you guys ended up getting Ekitike, because this messed it all up. That Ekitike purchase, Ekitike was going to go to Newcastle, and you'd have had your man Isak. I don't know why you did that. Because if you don't do that, then Isak's your man. And
this is why I think we end up getting Ekitike, right? And I think you lot might remember seeing this, and it was from their correspondence. Had Ekitike gone Newcastle, they could have just said, "We're not selling you Isak."
Yeah,
we didn't want to risk. We didn't want to risk them having both and us not landing either of them. So I think we thought, cool, you don't want to sell Isak. We're the big boys. We're going to get your main target and try and get your player that's at your club. I didn't think we wanted to run the risk, Miz. I agree with you. The Ekitike deal might have helped, but there's no certainty. They could have turned around and said, you know what, Callum Wilson's leaving, or Sula we might sell. Let's have our 2 number 9s in Ekitike and Isak. They could have done to us what we're trying to do to them. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's why I didn't think we wanted to risk.
Yeah, that. But with probability, Rums, is more likely Isak would now be at Liverpool if they'd got Ekitike.
I agree. But I just don't think we wanted to risk it.
because Newcastle would have spent, what was the Newcastle offer for Ekitike? 90 million euros or something like that?
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
it?
95, wasn't it? Something
I
like
think
that.
they did it actually
It
more
was-
than enough. I think.
It was something ridiculous, right? So we all know Newcastle
Did he
have
want
PSR
Newcastle? Though? That's the
problems.
thing that we don't know, miss. Did he want Newcastle?
He wanted us ahead of Newcastle.
Well, if
I mean,
Liverpool
he-
didn't,
Yeah,
no, but
Liverpool
if-
out of it. Yeah.
yeah, if Liverpool wasn't in the race, then he's only got the one runner.
No,
So-
but the thing is, he didn't want him though. That's the problem though. Like people need to realize, even if the club are bidding for you, he might not want you, bro. He actually rejected.
No, but side. I reckon if, like, I agree with Miz. If he knew Liverpool completely out the race for him, he would have said, "You know what? I don't necessarily want in Newcastle, but it's still a Premier League team, still in Champions League." I reckon he would have went there if we were
But
completely out the race.
Sesko United weren't really involved before this, innit, right? And Sesko waited out. He actually said, "Yo, there's no one around, but only Newcastle want me."
Hmm,
Then
yeah.
he waited. Then United came involved. He said, "Yo, Ma'asalam, see you later. I'm going to United." So really and truly, that same argument, I hear you what you mean, Roms.
Yeah, I hear it.
Liverpool were always lurking. It's not as if Liverpool. I'm not saying Liverpool
Yeah,
weren't there.
'cause we were linked to him from about January. We were long-term
You
admirers.
see what I mean, bro?
for
So
FFP.
when you say cool, like it's only Newcastle. Newcastle have had an open race for a lot of these players, man. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, someone else comes involved, and then it's straight away it's gone there. It's unfortunate. I'm not saying Newcastle are a big club, but it's just that someone else has come in, and it's been a better move for them. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's fascinating, man. Like I said, I don't know when this ends, but these last 2
Can I
weeks are
just
going to
say
be
to
mad.
you, look, though, next Monday will be like Monday Night Raw. You're gonna see
I
wrestling. You're gonna see clotheslines. You're gonna see everything next Monday. It's
Do you
gonna be
know-
crazy.
Do you know what could have happened here is that, okay, whatever promises were made to Isak in the early stages, and if that person's not around, I think it should have been Newcastle's due diligence to get back into the conversation with Isak again and go, hey, can you tell us what was the promises? Because we're not aware of this anymore. And on top of that, Newcastle say, look, this is our demands. We're letting you know that this price needs to be met, or else you're not going to leave. It seems like, off the back of what Isak has said, it feels like there's been no communication between the groups. There's been no conversations between Isak, his agents, with
they've never sat down.
They never sat down. Like, sit
They've
down.
never sat down.
Sit down. Because I feel if this was taken care of from the get-go, and Isak was made aware that, look, Isak, if Liverpool don't come with 150 million,
I reckon the agent has told him not to do that, I reckon the agent said, yo, don't talk to Newcastle, because they would try and worm you back in. They would try to lure you back in. I reckon the agent said, yo, it's better we just separate ourselves and just, we don't need to chat to them, man. Liverpool needs to come in with a bid. We then leave. Bye-bye. See you later. So I'm not going to lie to you. I think agent has probably come out and said, yo, do not talk to Newcastle. Let's go to Sociedad. Let's go train away. Don't go on tour. He's giving me this advice. I'm not saying that obviously Isak has not had his own brain, but his agent has played a lot in this, man, and he's played a blind.
There's an easy solution to all it. This could be sorted out in 24 hours. It's an easy one.
There you go.
I just lend them Marinakis for a day.
That's only if you got your owner, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'll lend them Marinakis for a day and he'll sign a new
He
contract.
might be an intermediary, though. Imagine when people say, yo, can I call Marinakis for some help? You know, man, like, yo,
you know what, Marinakis, that guy's a bad boy. That guy's a bad boy. Like Morgan Gibbs had a deal sorted with Spurs, and Marinakis came in and said, "Who said you can contact? Who said you can talk?
Yeah,
you're my player. Why are you doing all of these things under the table?" And then as soon as Marinakis and then as soon
Eddie
as
Howe's a
Marinakis,
nice guy, man. Eddie Howe and obviously PIF.
I actually feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for
Eddie
him.
Howe. I feel sorry for him, man. He's a good manager, man. Good guy.
You don't
guys,
deserve this.
But yeah, you lot are not good guys, because you lot have got 2.1K in the building, and only 467 likes, guys. Guys, if you don't know where the like button is, I keep reminding you, it's right here. We need 800 likes. It's only 471 likes right now. 2.1K, nearly 2.2K watching. Please, it doesn't cost you a penny. It helps the channel grow, and you know what I mean? Like, just subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to everyone's channels. Links are in the description. There's a lot of super chats here today. He says, Mantis says, where's the same energy to us booing Trent? Everyone had their opinion on LFC. What about Newcastle fans singing Isak is a greedy B? Silence. You know what? That's true as well. Everyone, you know what I noticed? This is what I said here. Everyone is hypocrites at the end of the day. Like, we're all
Everyone wants the
all
best
hypocrites.
for their club. It's as simple as
Everyone
we're
wants the
football
best for their
fans.
club.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants the best for their club.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And the same thing what Isak's doing is the same thing that Wissa's doing for Newcastle. He's removed his social media. He's doing a madness. Like, it's literally carbon copy. Okay, it's not to the degree of money, but Isak is doing what Wissa is doing. So Wissa, Newcastle fans, I'm not saying anything about Wissa.
You know what? Speaking of socials, I don't know if you're aware of this, Miz. I've just seen it as we're
Yeah,
sharing.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Ghana,
going to speak about that. I'm going to speak about that next. Yeah. Omar says Newcastle, Ekitike, and Isak together. Now Newcastle say opposite.
That's what I'm saying. They were saying both of them at one point.
Yeah. Big up Abby from Australia. He says the whole point of a transfer fee is because of a contract. Based on Wolfie's logic, every player has to run down their contracts. Yeah, there you go.
Release clause.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. El Kuji says Newcastle is a small club. Which great player would want to join them now? They have zero pull. Not Isak's fault. Let him go. Newcastle like a clingy ex at this point.
Do you know what, Sai? Quickly on Wolfie's point now. I know you're saying players should insert contracts, but clubs don't really allow that because they're thinking, hold on, why do you want to insert?
They won't allow that, though. They won't allow that.
You're thinking, are you only going to be here for 1 or 2 years? Are you trying to use us as a stepping stone? I think clubs see that as a disrespect. Look, the prime example is Sesko. Arsenal didn't want to put up the money, and apparently he also said, I want a release clause. They're like, hold on, why do you want a release clause? Do you not see yourself here long term? So
it will happen now, though. It will happen now. I reckon.
Yeah, it will. But clubs see it as disrespect. I think clubs just see it as
well, if you want to sign players, it won't happen to necessarily the bigger clubs, but for the smaller clubs, I'm sorry.
You know what? Also, Madrid do it, but it's like
it's a billion. It's like a billion.
Yeah,
it's
like
the thing in the league. Every player has one, bro.
No one's gonna do that.
Jono says Gerrard wants to leave Liverpool, now a club legend. Anything can happen if he is forced to stay. I think Isak will take legal action if there was no oral agreement with the football club. Can Newcastle refuse to pay Isak's wages, etc.? Tevez.
They could probably.
Breach of contract.
Because if the player is refusing to play, you can refuse to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then it still opens a can of worms then, because then now everyone else will be like, yo, you got this money. I want to pay rise now. So, yeah. The answer is you can't get inside a player's head. He knows his valuation and then not meet it. LFC simply need to meet his valuation. Isak has already done his part. AJ Lyle said, Dion Wolfie acting like Liverpool opening bid is the only bid they will make. Liverpool have the money, but Newcastle haven't come to the table. Simple. 40 million meant they had to inform Suarez, not sell.
I think they need to on that Suarez one. I think people need to actually do their research, because I saw when I was saying it, I saw people in the chat saying, "Oh, he doesn't know," and I'm saying, I don't understand. This is public knowledge. Just Google it. He had a release clause, and John Henry refused it. It's really not hard. You can just Google it, bro.
Omar Rashid, he says Newcastle reported both are to play together 4-4-2. Remember, Farah says Craig hopes that the price is not 150 million and not main obstacle. That deal can be done, but replacements are obstacles to allow LFC back for negotiations. And Frenchie, it says we got Ekitike because Jota died and Darwin is trash. We needed 2 this summer. Isak was the number 1 and Ekitike number 2 all summer long. Plus, Eki only wanted Liverpool as well. Listen, people, we are going to speak on a similar subject, not for long, but I don't know what's going on for Fana. He's just removed all of his social media of Chelsea as well. Again, another side of players just doing what they want to do, but nothing on there, no Chelsea related stuff. Man, what do you think that means?
Like, why? I haven't seen. I don't know. Maybe I've been asleep. Has Chelsea refused to sell him to someone? I don't get this.
No.
You know what I'm
This guy is we've got a name for him in our fan base. We call him the social media final boss. Do you know what I mean? He's the amount of time this guy talks on social media, and you just have to say to him and go, brother, focus your energy on getting back on the field. You're doing a lot of talk and there's literally no action. Lads, he's been in our this will be his 4th season, by the way. He's already been in our club for 3 seasons.
Crazy.
Yeah, this will be his 4th season. He's been at our club for 3 seasons already, and he's only played 25% of the time.
That's crazy.
So, like, I don't know if there's any rumors of him being sold, or if there's another suitor, because there isn't. We haven't heard of anything. And this guy goes around and deletes everything. Look, I don't care. I really don't care. When you're only here for 25% of the time, sometimes I even forget he's our player.
Same.
I don't like.
Same.
I don't recall until I go, oh yeah, he's training. Oh shit, we still got him. So you're at the back of the mind for the fan base. You're not at the forefront. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you deleting Chelsea stuff, it's neither here nor there for us. Like, it means nothing to me.
You know what's crazy? He wasn't even just like this at your club in terms of social.
Leicester.
Do you remember he was always putting
as well.
stuff on his story and whatnot? He's been like this, but me, I can't lie to you. I thought this might have been his 2nd season. It just goes to show how long he's been at your club, and he's the forgotten man. I can't believe this is his 4th.
He came in like 2022, I think it was 2021.
Yeah, he came in when the new owners took over, and this is the new owners' 4th season. And like, brother, if you want to leave. No one's stopping you. Like,
you know what's mad? Who will buy him? With his injury record, who would even want to buy him?
Yeah, he has to go back to France or something, man. I don't know what's going on there, but
I think
I don't know what it is. Do you reckon the club have maybe, let's look at it towards his side, right? Have the club really like felt his kind of almost like his here, his existence? Does he feel like he's been left out? Does he feel like he's been let down by the board? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is he being looked after? Like, has he got like a plan to get back reintegrated into the team? Like, what's the plan for him? Look, I'm not blessed.
I don't know. I don't understand why he would feel this way, because the club has been through with him all these 3 seasons when he's been injured. They've looked after him. Club has looked after many injured players all throughout this time. Like Reece James, for instance, he's found his fitness back. Romeo Love is another one that's finding it very difficult to keep his fitness. So I don't know why Wesley Fofana's feeling, the club's not really looking after me, or if that's how he's feeling, I don't know. I do know one thing, though, for a fact. He's always wanted to go back to Marseille. He, in fact, wanted to go back to Marseille last season. Talking about that's his dream. He's grew up in those areas and whatnot. And look, if you want to leave, there's no problems, because our manager has, or maybe this is the reason. Maresca, just before the match against Crystal Palace, talked about the centre CB of Liverpool, and he absolutely grilled Wesley Fofana and Buddy Hield, saying Wesley Fofana represented us once in that middle centre back position, and it was the worst half we ever played. And Buddy Hield represented us once in the Conference League. We were losing at halftime. Liverpool comes in, we won 4-1. So is it that Wesley Fofana is looking, the manager has smashed me publicly, doesn't rate me? Yeah, so be it then. Like, leave. Like, seriously, leave. He's on big wages as well. He's on huge wages with us. He's on like 200K.
200. I know that's why I don't get, bro. Man's living life right now. You know what I'm saying, guys? He's living life, bro. So I'm just like, bro, like, player power is just gone. It's gone crazy, guys, man. When you deep it, man, like, player power now, it's at an all-time high.
Maybe he's thinking, you need to remember it's World Cup year. Whether if he'll be fit for it is another story. But he might just be thinking, bro, I need to play this season. And the thing is, if he stays fit, I think you would agree, Miz, and all the Chelsea fans, it's him and Colwell that would start if he can stay fit.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, is this true, by the way? Crystal Palace are close to agreeing a 32 million deal. Listen, he's a player that I like, man. I remember when he played in Carabao Cup against, I was like, who's this Moroccan kid running around, bro?
But you know what, Saeed? He's a very talented player. I fully understand that. Granted, he's no Eze though. Like,
no, but he can become Eze, though, man. Eze was a nobody. I'm not saying Eze was a nobody, because I remember in the championship he was killing it for Reading. Or was it QPR? I think it was
QPR.
At the same time, Eze had this rise to fame. This guy's 20 years old, man. So you never know, man.
Man
I
said
genuinely-
He's good, man.
I know
He's good,
Elise
man.
was there, but they
He's
are
good.
different. I know
Yeah.
Elise was their side, but they're different.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, yo, like he can get there, man, because he's talented, man. He
Nah, he's
really
good.
is.
The
He's good.
talented player.
He's a top
Yeah.
player, man. He's good.
I
Yeah,
think
and
it's
also
good.
Eze needs to be spoken of because, like, we love speaking about the negativity, Isak, this or that. Look
Yeah.
how Eze has turned up day in, day out, played against
Nah,
Chelsea.
big up Eze, man. Top professional, man.
You know what I'm
Top
saying?
professional.
Him and Morgan Gibbs White both did it the right way.
Yeah.
Well,
Eze
well,
knows good Tottenham, bro.
just quickly on that, like I don't think Eze had any promises that was made or whatever the case was. I don't think he was pushing for a move. I think Eze was more the sense that if a good offer comes in, can you consider? Because I would like to progress my football. With Isak, I think this guy was adamant to leave the football club. That's
Yeah.
the biggest issue here. This guy's adamant to leave. So, and with Morgan Gibbs, I'd love to hear what Wolfie has to say. I think the issue there was, I think this guy wanted to go, but because the deal was done under the table and was approached, in an illegal manner, I think your owner Marinakis has put on a legal, thing on Morgan Gibbs and his entourage buckled that, hey, we don't want to get into any legal situation with this guy. We'll just take it, because I'm pretty certain Morgan Gibbs wanted to leave your football club.
It's
He
more
wanted
his
him as
agent.
well.
It was his agent, from what I heard, that pushed
come on,
the
man,
deal.
Wolf,
So
man.
these agents are moving
Believe.
crazy.
He's there now. You're happy, but he wanted to leave, man. Let's not do this.
He
man.
wanted to leave. He wanted
Wolfie, you
There was a
wanted him
here
to
we
leave
go.
as well,
There was a
innit?
here we go. There was a here we
We've been
go.
there, here
I'm
we
pretty
go.
sure
So
here
haven't
we
gone
go.
through.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
talk about here we goes, man. Yo, man. I don't know what Arsenal are doing, but that's what caused the madness last night on their Dan Potts' channel, man. Man,
What a
like
stream.
Trossard, you know what I mean? Trossard is getting a wage increase, not a contract increase, a wage increase, man. Yeah, man. It's so what's the fee? Is it 220k? Is it? I'm hearing.
220.
That's what I was hearing. Like he's gonna get.
man.
His
Nah.
contract will go up to 220k.
That
he on
is
before?
crazy.
What was he on before?
I'm not sure it was on fire. I'll have to check, man. But this was the situation here. The younger Trossard has agreed a new deal at Arsenal. 30-year-old will have a salary increase to reflect valued role in the squad. A deal not extended will still run to 2027, man.
But I don't understand this valued role in the squad when he's hardly going to start this season.
That's what I'm
It
saying,
doesn't
man.
really makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't get. That's why I don't get, bro. It's
Yasser's
ridiculous.
saying
man.
it was 90k. Big up Yasser. He's saying it was 90k. And it's gone.
Let me
he
see
was
his
on
wage
90K.
right now. His wage right now is 90k. Yeah, 90k. So I don't know why you need to be more than why do you need to be more than 90k if you've got a kind of a club.
Can we
You're
just say
coming
that?
to the end of your career as well, and you're going to be
Yeah, he's
playing
30 years
less,
old.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Trossard, let's be honest, I know some of you might not agree. He is a good player. Like there's times where he will be the saving grace for Arsenal. He'll score out the blue. Like he can be that impact player, but I just don't get that valued bit because I think this season with Madueke coming in, Martinelli staying, now Trossard signing and Wary and all these players that are staying, Arsenal got quite a lot of options. And I felt like he's fell down in the pecking order now. So I don't get this valued bit. That don't really make sense to me.
That's what I don't get. That's what I'm struggling to see sense. Like I mean, why you like, yeah. First of all, why is he not being sold? That's to be the question as well. Like there are interests from other clubs, but why give him the wage increase? Like, what have you won? What have you done? What has he done to a significant level? He deserves it more. Like, I'm not trying to pocket watch in it, man, because man them deserve their piece in it. But at the same time, it's like the value should only increase through your value in the team. You feel me? Like, we can't be giving Mala Ugarte a new, more money. What have you done, brother? You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what, Saeed? Yeah, you know, like sometimes, yeah, you see, like us as content creators and whatever football, we just got to say something we just don't know because I ain't got a clue what's going on. Sometimes we got to stop looking for the actual answer because I ain't
got a clue.
I ain't got a clue, bruv. I don't know. He doesn't protect his value at all because it makes him harder to sell. It makes him harder to get. Like, I don't know, bro. I haven't got a clue why he's gone from 90 to 220. I ain't got a clue why. I'm trying. We've got 4 left-sided midfielders at the club. I don't want.
Trossard, Reece Nelson, Martinelli, and Madueke. It's not like we've got.
But you know what? I can't believe that. I don't think he would have gone for 90 to 220.
Yeah, think to
that seems crazy.
I need to find out what the figure is.
Whatever the figure is,
the
fact that it's gone up, that when you've got a player that you don't want at the club or that you feel like he's performing not under par but he's okay, you don't increase his wages unless there's a reason for it. So I think the reason why they've increased it is obviously just purely out of player loyalty. So I don't actually.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. They probably feel that he's a loyal player, he's a good guy. Let's give him up.
Yeah, there can only be something like that. Like because you never know, he might have problems money wise. He might have bills. He might his house might. You know what I mean? There's other things.
Maybe.
Well, I'm being serious. There's other things that we don't know about. Like, and they've just done it in the league. They've done it in a legal way. Like it could be a loan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a clue what this is.
But you know what, D? You know what, D? I hear what Rom said in regards to he's a nifty player to have. He's a squad player. There is a lot of players that you have, but you know you wouldn't mind having someone like Trossard. You know, for the cup games. You know, your Carabao Cups, your FA Cups, and bit of rest here and there for certain players. You know, those later on in the league stage in the Champions League when you've already qualified, like those matches, you wouldn't mind having a player like Trossard. But yeah, the wage increase, that's a little bit.
And it's
how long did he have left?
Arsenal pay well, you know, Mandem. Arsenal pay
it's
well.
It's not a contract extension, you know. It's not a contract extension. It's just it's not.
Yeah. How long did he have left? How long did he have left?
A year and an extra an option to extend.
Yeah,
so
2 years.
He's got exactly the same. He's got exactly the same. The deal is still exactly the same. So no one understands it. So there's no point trying to work out.
Do you reckon this is the Kai Havertz effect? He's looked at him and thought,
"Oh, this is like
he's trying to remember 280, man. If he's on 280,
it's not him. Though. He's not demanded it. I think Trossard would have been saying, "Yo, man, I'm calm on this wage," but it looks like the club has said, "Yo, man, like, do you want any more money?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of the time, these things happen. We don't. There's a reason why, innit? You know what I mean? There's some sort of accounting thing, or some sort of tax evasion, or there's something that's going on that we can't, because there's no one would.
The fact that Reece Nelson's on 100 grand is crazy. Reece Nelson should just chill, you know, man, and just, you know what I mean, like chill on this money, bro. Like, yo, it's crazy out here, man. Man's chilling on 100K, bro. I swear down, Reece Nelson.
How
you got that contract? Yeah, fair play to him, man. Big up to Reece Nelson, bro. You are winning, brother. Man's chilling on 100 bags.
So Sancho's winning as well.
Nah, Sancho, of course, 100%.
It says Gabriel Jesus, man. He's 265.
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus is just chilling, bro. You know what I mean? That's crazy, man. But I think, listen, this is what it is right now. Footballers are getting this amount. Bro, the same way now, like, you know, the prices are going up. I'm telling you now, wages will go up as well. You know what I mean? When said and done, man. This is a football game, man. There's a lot of money in football, guys, man. Sponsorships. We're seeing Sky now doing halftime interviews. By the way, how did that come across, by the way? 'Cause I didn't watch it. Was it good?
Do you know how annoying it is? Do you know what I think? I think you see the halftime interviews, they should do that with like an assistant manager or like, do you know what I mean? Or
yeah, but then you don't. What's the point of that though? You know,
what's the point of that? I don't want Odegaard. Odegaard needs to be in the dressing room. What are you doing?
I know.
He's sweating. He's doing all this. He's sweating, go in the dressing room and get a bench player or to come out and say what they think, or an assistant manager or one of the first team coaches. But what's Odegaard doing there?
You know when it first got revealed in the summer,
as well.
You know when it first got revealed in the summer, I said it's exactly what you said. It needs to be someone that's not actively playing or just come off the pitch because they're in game mode. You don't really want to be answering other questions.
What would they say for the bench though? What if the guy on the bench is not happy to be there?
You can give his view.
But hold on, side. Odegaard can not be happy as well. And you know what this is? Let me tell you the truth.
He's actively involved.
This is
asking the guy, that's not getting any game time. You're only in the game. I don't care, man.
Bro, the thing is, Odegaard said, we're giving them too much space and all that. What? But this is that middle of the game tactics. But to me, this is the influence of the Americans in
100%.
I was just gonna say. This is all sports entertainment.
When you lot won the Club World Cup before the final, we saw the whole this big parade. Trump's there. There's trumpets. We're
Mm.
seeing cheerleaders. We're seeing fireworks. It's like the same as what do you call it? The Super Bowl. It was like the same
Super
thing.
Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
big
dude.
event,
The next thing, you know, these drink breaks, they're gonna turn into official things so they can run more adverts.
Bruv, it's the
We're
same.
gonna
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
half-time shows. We're gonna have
you know
half-time
what?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
breaks-
Yeah,
these things-
halftime shows. Halftime shows. I reckon just around the corner. I reckon.
Miz, we
I
halftime
wouldn't
shows-
mind halftime shows, you know, man. I wouldn't mind that.
Nah, that, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo.
Stop. You know what? You don't mind. You know what you want, man? As well. You don't mind. You don't mind Mexican waves.
I've got, bro.
You don't mind Mexican waves as well, innit? You don't mind.
I'd
Mexican
rather
waves,
watch.
innit?
I'd rather hear that than say the commentator, the guy that goes, "Happy birthday to Ellie. She turns 27
Saeed,
today.
come on, bro. Come on,
You know,
bro.
we're doing this. Brother, I'd rather hear that,
Like
man.
the
Brother,
penalty
you man.
shootout on the pitch as well.
Brother, penalty shootout, bro.
You know what, though,
Sponsors,
D?
I don't give a shit about
What
that,
are you
man.
talking about?
For the
But I'd
people that don't
rather-
drink,
Yeah.
for the people that don't
yo,
drink,
listen, give me a
for the
game, bro. Give me something.
for the
Would you
people
wait?
that
half
don't
time
drink,
shows like half an hour long,
what
man.
we use half time for when we're at home. When we're at home, you quickly go to the toilet. You quickly sort out a few
I
drinks.
hear it. I hear it. I hear
We got
it.
time to be sit there and watch.
Say,
Watch a
you just
performance.
you just want to see the cheerleaders at halftime, don't you?
Bro.
Say,
Bro, I'm just,
No, but you
I'm
know
trying
what?
to see something, bro.
Saeed, I'm
What
gonna
are you trying to
see.
see, Said? What are you trying to see? Let's see. What are
I'm
you
trying
trying
to
to
see
see?
something, bro.
What?
I know
Be
my team
specific,
might
be
be rubbish,
specific.
yeah. Now imagine my team's rubbish. I get a little something, you know what I mean?
What?
Little,
Be specific. Be
You know what I mean?
specific. Be
You know what,
specific.
Saeed?
you get a little something,
Saeed,
man.
yeah? I'm gonna assume at half time, because obviously your religion and whatnot, you don't drink, right? I'm gonna assume that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't drink. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
actually one of the few fans, because you already know 40th minute, everyone goes to get a drink. But you're probably one of
Yeah.
the fans that stays in his seat. So for fans like you, I actually get
I
Saeed wants
get
to
it.
see something at half time.
Oh.
I get it.
I don't want to go on
Like
Twitter.
what,
I don't want to
bro?
vent on Twitter. I just want to be distracted for 15 minutes.
Bro,
You know what I mean, bro?
halftime break. That
I want to be
halftime
locked
break.
in. Yo, vibing.
Hey, Saeed, that halftime break.
You know what I mean?
That's too funny,
You
bro.
know, it will distract me from the
Palace
game. because
have
when
one.
the second half
Palace
comes in.
have one with the cheerleaders. Palace actually have a half
Yeah,
time.
bro. Side, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I mean?
Saeed just wants to see some supermodels. He wants to see some
Yeah,
supermodels
that's
during
what he wants to do. That's
halftime.
what he wants to do. But he doesn't want to say it. He's scared to say it.
Supermodel.
Miss, he's scared to say it.
He just wants to see
Supermodel.
some
Supermodel.
some
United.
Saeed,
Like,
you're not
supermodels.
focused. You're not focused. All you care about is
yeah, man. It's crazy, man.
Even say
unhealthy
these
things, bro.
halftime shows are long, man. The Super Bowl one goes on for like half an hour, man. It extends your time, but you're paying for longer, man.
No, but if you can get everything quick out, yeah. See how the man are quick to get the stage out and that. You can do it, man.
Oh, it ain't Wimbledon when it rains, man.
Bro, D, man. I want D. D wants to get his cup of tea, man. D wants to get his
Yeah,
cup of tea.
I want to
You
quickly
know?
go. You need to go and get a quick alcoholic beverage. You need to go toilet quickly, run down, take the bins out, come back up. Football's on. You're trying
Bins out.
Why do you do that before the game? Why are you doing that? Man said go get the
Bro.
bins, you know. Do the bins before the game, bro.
because
You
you're
mad?
you in America. You in America.
Do the bins, you know, man.
Sometimes you have to get before the game, innit? So you quickly.
Go do your shit before the game, man.
That's
why-
why he's used to watching rubbish, man. He's got to take that trash out at half time,
I
isn't
know,
it, man? The
bro. I
bastard.
know, quickly.
I go quickly come and do
Man
a
said you
couple
got a list. Man said you got a list and that during the game. You know, it's crazy, bro. I'm not doing
But
that
you know
anyway.
what?
Saeed went to America once and got converted, bro.
But
Ah,
you know
it's
what?
crazy.
Like these Americans, they are trying to. It's sports entertainment now. You're gonna see a lot of these, nonsense interviews. Wait till one of the players at halftime does a mad interview, and that just does the rounds
Yeah,
on social
yeah.
media, like
But do you-
goes
yeah.
viral. Do you know what I mean?
You know what, Miz? This
Yeah.
was always going to happen, though, because again, if you go back to the top six, it's only Spurs and City that don't have American owners. The other four out of the top six have American owners, so they're obviously going to project their ideas and try and influence
Yeah.
our game. This was always going to happen. It was always
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
happen.
but outside the top six, Bournemouth American owned. Palace's new owner is American owned
there's
as well.
even yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? There's
That's
loads
true.
of American ownerships. I've just got an image now when Man U next win Saeed in the car park with cheerleaders in front.
Hey, Wolfie, Saeed's in the cheerleader outfit as well.
Hey, listen. Hi, people. Make sure you keep liking the video, people, man. I wanted you to just discuss quickly. I know, Miz, you're gonna think you're gonna get away with it, but Garnacho, man, chat to us, man. You know what I mean? He said he only wants to sign for Chelsea or stay at Man United.
This guy's doing an Isak. This guy's doing an Isak on Man United.
Yeah, he's doing it Isak, but we don't mind.
It was always Chelsea.
But-
It was always Chelsea.
But
You
the
rejected
fans-
Bayern Munich, by the way.
fans are like, we
Rejected
don't want
Bayern
you.
Munich.
That's mad, bro. The guy has literally said, if it's not Chelsea, I ain't playing football. Do you know how deep that is?
Yeah,
If
was
it's not
always
Chelsea, I'm not playing football. He's
you can
ready
do
to
that.
not
The other
play
bit, yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, look, I don't know why we're in for this guy. I mean, there's literally Rodrigo who's not playing. Like,
Bro.
Chelsea, come on, man. Like, that's
I
going to
know.
help us out. But nah, it's Garnacho because, you know, in terms of wages, in terms of the transfer fee, you know, for a lot of people are laughing yesterday, Saeed, because Fabrizio Romano posted out that Garnacho's going around telling his friends that he's joining Chelsea, and a lot of people commented, "Yeah, we know who that friend is. That friend's Fabrizio Romano." Because
You know what I've got to do, yeah? I got to thank Fabrizio Romano personally because he is helping us out big time
Wow.
with this deal, bro. The PR and the way that this is getting pushed out is ridiculous, man.
Like,
So
yeah,
we got
three
look,
tweets a day.
we got
It's
to
three tweets a day.
three tweets a day,
Yeah,
bro.
three
Garnacho.
tweets a day.
Aye. What he's doing, what he's eating, what he's doing, what he's training, what his mind is saying, brother, he will do anything. Any post that Garnacho posts here, he's on it. So you know what? We want to say thank you to Fabrizio Romano. If this deal happens here and we get the money that
It
we
will
want,
happen. It will happen.
You know what I
It
mean?
will happen.
You don't value
You know
about
what,
25 million. I'm
You
saying right now, I want a minimum of 40 million. You feel me? So we get that.
I'm with you.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm with
You
you.
know,
Yeah, bro.
like,
Come on.
every player, in my opinion, has to have that air of arrogance, right? But his talent doesn't warrant that. But do you know what I'm thinking? He's looking at Chelsea thinking, I'm better than all their left wingers. I back myself over a Gittins. I back myself over a Pedro Neto. I back myself over a Xavi Simons. Even though I don't think he's better than some of these players, he backs himself. That's why I think he only wants Chelsea, because he thinks he's better than your left-hand sided players. So, yeah. But I'm not saying he is. I'm saying Garnacho thinks he is. So he backs himself. That's why I think he only wants Chelsea. I think if you went to a Bayern, he's not playing over their left-sided players.
No, over Luis Diaz. No way. No way.
Yeah,
That's
no
why
way over Luis Diaz. So
Plus, I'm not gonna lie to you. He wants to celebrate in Man United's face, by the way, as well. You do know that, like, he wants to stay in the Premier League because he knows not only is it better for him on a world stage, yeah, but bro, he's got unfinished business against Man United, man. He wants to let United know that when we played him in September, bro, he's gonna go score maybe potentially a goal, even though it ain't gonna happen. But you know what I mean, bro? He's got some things about him where he's the type of guy to kiss the badge in front of United, in front of Stretford End or whatever it is. He's the type of guy, bro. I'm telling you now.
I'd
Yeah,
love
like
to see that. I'd love to see that.
Man said he won't score. He's probably gonna score now. Don't tempt fate.
I'm there for it, man.
You're gonna
I
do
am there for it, bro.
Yeah,
Remember
shit.
how he said this? You're not gonna do that. And I bet Garnacho scores now. This is how it.
Man, he ain't gonna do shit, man. He ain't gonna do nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
If he
You know
never
what I mean?
scores another goal again, that one goal will be worth it, man.
No, but the thing is, for me, yeah, it's like Chelsea value about 25 million. I don't know how that is in terms of the source and whatnot. It's really come from Sky Cave, which I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. He's not tier one at all, yeah. But at the same time, if it does keep dragging on, the fact that he's saying I'm not ready to play football, yeah, brother, you ain't even in the Argentina squad. You're not making the World Cup squad, brother. You're finished, bro. You're khalas. Like, nobody's gonna care about you, bro. Once that transfer window's closed here, ain't nobody talking about Garnacho, bro. You know what I mean? And I expect no United fan to be talking about Garnacho because we've got Cunha, we've got Mbumo. Our quality has, you see it, man. The quality has gone up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Ain't nobody forget. So that's why I'm like, how dare you, bro, say that? I don't mind saying the reserves. Bro, are you crazy, bro? Are you all right? Like,
But you know what?
You know-
Like,
you know-
unfortunately for you,
Wow,
though,
man.
he is going to a club that's in a better place than you. That's the difference.
Yeah.
The reason why he's saying
He
what
is. I get it. I
a
get
club
it.
a club that's further on in their progress is trying to acquire him. So he's gaining that little bit of confidence and momentum as well, because he's going to a club that's probably going to be challenging for the major honors. So he's in a different position to you right now. He's leveling up. He's not going down.
Yeah, but what about him saying that I would rather stay in the reserves and not play at all?
Because
man?
he thinks he's gone.
Would Chelsea come back from him in January though? Would Chelsea come back from him in January? Biz, would you come back from him in January if you didn't get him in this year?
Me personally, I'm not going back for him at all. I'm never going for him. But my club will go back for him again. If they don't get him now, they will go back for him again. I don't know what it is. There's been so many reports, like not that long ago. Apparently, many Premier League clubs have done the background checks and they didn't like it. Chelsea are the only one that has been satisfied with the background checks of this guy. So I'm not really sure what background checks others are doing and what background checks we are doing. Look, Fabrizio Romano yesterday said, "Here we go" is very soon. So
yeah, boy,
it's happening. This will happen. We're just waiting on Nkunku and Jackson to leave. Then Simmons and Garnacho will happen simultaneously. Both of them will happen. And I can only hope that
I heard there's a
Garnacho
10 million loan fee. 10 million loan fee apparently being quoted for Jackson. 10 million loan fee.
10 million loan fee. That's a lot. Let me ask Miz here. Hey, Miz here. Is Garnacho a better left winger than Madueke?
Yeah, 100%. I reckon.
Better, I'd say they're same level.
No. He's better. He's better. Trust me.
Saeed, why better? What would you say better? Better in what ways?
I think he's got. In terms of a goal scorer, he's better. In terms of like when you are playing in transition, he'll make better decisions. I'm telling you now, I don't rate Garnacho to that level yet, but Madueke on the left wing, Garnacho's better, bro. Trust me. I'm telling you now.
Are you comparing Madueke left wing and Garnacho left wing, or Madueke right wing and Garnacho left wing? What are you comparing?
I don't know. The question was left wing, right? Did you say left wing?
Yeah, I said left wing.
Are you saying
left wing?
If it's left wing, Madueke is not a left winger.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm not gonna listen. Whatever you say about Garnacho in the big games, he's performed, man. You know what I mean, in finals and whatnot. So I'm like I said to you, for me, I can understand why Chelsea won him. And I could understand why Man United are holding out for 40 million or 50 million, they're saying. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, there has to be some sort of an agreement. Personally, for me, we're getting full profit out of it. So, let's see, man. Let's see what happens.
Remember the iconic picture? I love it. Garnacho, Mainu, and Højlund sitting on that billboard, man. The
billboard. That was crazy. But what I will say, though, Rodrigo is there as well, man. I don't know if
I know.
I couldn't believe it, man. I was watching the game. They brought in Gonzalo Garcia ahead of him. They brought in Ceballos ahead of him. They brought in Mastertono ahead of him.
He's leaving.
They brought in hella man ahead of him.
What Alonso said after the game is that it's just my decision. He just said it's just my decision. I didn't want him in the team.
Roms, you know what the crazy thing is? I'm seeing a lot of people on social media, because now that he's not playing under Xavi Alonso, they're saying that, but is Rodrigo any good? All of a sudden, these players, like stocks have depleted so much. Apparently, he's not even a player anymore. He's not a good player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Crazy,
I'm like,
wow.
I think he leaves. I actually think he leaves in the last week of the window, but I think it's going to be a loan of obligation. I don't think anyone's going to put up the money last week of the window. I can't see it.
I think City will get him.
But you reckon it'll be a loan though, or they'll pay? You reckon they'll pay?
Well,
it depends if
Savinho will
does,
probably.
I think
Savinho will go.
Why did they not let him Savinho go though? Why
they said he's not going. I don't think he'll go City. I think he'll go either. I think he's got option to go Liverpool. I think if Liverpool don't get Isak, they'll go for Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think we'll go in for him. Yeah, I agree.
Hold on a minute. Are you kidding me? You have to then open another can of worms, and then
they will, bro.
2 weeks.
So we need a forward. We need a forward.
Yeah, but
I can see that happening. Actually, I can see that happening.
If
they don't get Isak,
Rodrigo, that's crazy, man.
We've been speaking to as other clubs have Arsenal, City, Chelsea. We've been speaking to his camp as well throughout the summer. Like it's been well documented. So if we don't get Isak, I can see us going to him.
Because Roms, then you'll have Ekitika and Gakpo as your strikers. Basically, they'll play the striking role. Yeah,
exactly.
They'll rotate. Then,
Wait, D, you're not gonna go in for him?
I think we will try and go in for him as well. I think we will, but Liverpool obviously will be front run. I don't know what Saeed is dropping his head for, because I don't know.
I
do not understand.
More money, bro.
D's
said
given
we
the money
tried.
to Trossard. They've given the money to Trossard instead. Do you know what I mean?
Hey,
You know
Miz,
me.
that was a loan. That was a loan that he's got to pay back.
You know what happened?
Oh.
You know what happened? Liverpool
You know
and
the funny
City.
thing, the funny thing is, yeah, Saeed always drops his head and stuff when it comes to Arsenal. But what he does, he hasn't spoke about.
He
the
hates
Arsenal-
him. He hates him, bro.
Arsenal
Bro,
Man
you
United.
need to
No,
understand.
I'm
Saeed
saying-
hates Arsenal.
He's avoided
You
me
need to
for this
understand.
Man United Arsenal game. He's really stayed away. He stayed
Man, the
away.
game is finished, man. It's
Yeah,
Tuesday now.
exactly.
Well,
Wednesday.
I thought Man U won that
It's
game
Wednesday,
the way
man.
all the Man U
Got
fans
Fox and
did.
Fulham.
There's-
I don't know
there's
if you
two
lot
teams.
saw. I don't know if you lot saw. There's a video doing around here of Saeed
Saeed.
saying years ago,
Yeah.
I don't care if we play bad, we won.
Newcastle,
Like,
yeah.
why don't you get it up?
Did I say to Arsenal fans, yeah?
Saeed,
For me,
you've got
they're
screen share,
3
you've got
points,
screen
they're 3
share.
points.
Why don't you play it? You've got screen share. Why don't you play it so we can all see it? Why
What
don't
do you mean
play
play?
it? Play the video. Play the video, bro.
The thing is, the point is,
See
though, Arsenal was
what
still
I'm
lucky,
saying?
though. Arsenal was still lucky. That's all I
No,
said.
no,
Arsenal were
Saeed,
very lucky to get 3 points out of the
Can you
game.
play
That
the
was my
video,
point.
please? Can you play the
That's my
video?
point.
Please? Can you play the video?
Brother,
please?
what do you mean? What video? Show me the video.
The
I don't
people
know
want
where
to
it
see
is.
it. The people want to see it.
Get a video on
Oh,
private.
you know
I don't
where
know where it
He
is.
said it.
I don't
He
know
said
where it
it
is.
yesterday.
I sent it to you. I
I
sent it to you. I sent it to
I don't know
you.
where it is.
man.
Bro, I
I
can
know where
find
it
it. I can find it.
Find it, then find it. You can find it, and I'll play it. I'll
Saeed,
play it.
What
Saeed,
do
you
you
have to
want me to
listen
do?
to your
What do you want me to
community.
do?
Your community won it. Your community won it.
If
Go
you
to
got
Twitter.
it,
Go to
send it.
Twitter.
Put it in the private chat.
Go
Put
to
it in the private
Twitter.
chat. If you want it, put it in the private chat. If you can find it, put it in the private chat. I'll play it.
Okay, I've got time.
Bro,
Saeed,
just
I've
go
got
to
time.
no context football, bro. No context football.
Yeah, go to
Yeah,
no
yeah,
context.
yeah.
Go to no
But this is the
context.
thing, though. All I'm saying to people, yeah, is that I've made it clear
Focus. You're not focusing.
Arsenal.
Go to no context on Twitter or go to Troops.
I'm
and
going
it'll be
nowhere.
there.
If you put a link in the private
Go
chat,
to
I'll
me.
play it.
No. Go
I'm
to
not
me
going
or
anywhere.
Troops. It's
Put it in the private chat, and I'll play it. I'm not going out my way, yeah.
Go on
Play it.
Twitter. You're on Twitter already, right? You're on Twitter already. You've got it. I know you have because you put it already. Go to mine or Troops' profile. It's in there because we're both talking to you. Go to No Context TV, me or Troops. We're all in it.
I'll go to Fams on TV. I'll see if it's in there.
Man, let's not even do it that way. I've got it for you, bro.
Yeah. This is what I like about Wolfie. This is what I like about Wolfie.
There you go, man.
I'll check
Oh,
in
Wolfie,
the
play it, play it.
private chat. There you go. There
There we
you
go. There we
Scroll
go.
down, just scroll down and it will be there.
Let's
I've got it right
expose
here.
Saeed,
What
man.
we got to do? I've got it right here. We got to do scroll
go.
down.
I've already put it in the private chat, D. Don't worry, bro.
All right, let me play. Let me
Hey,
play.
you know what's funny? You literally said it to him yesterday. You literally said it to him.
I
All
said
right,
it
cool,
to
let me
the
play
group
it.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Turn it up, please. Turn it up a little bit, please.
Probably not.
I put
Go
it
back,
up.
go
I put it
back.
up.
Can you start from scratch, please?
Say it again.
Start from the beginning, please, mate.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Man United, was it pretty today? Was it the best performance? Probably not. But you know what, man? It's about winning on your opening day, mate. If you tell me, give me 3 points, no matter what, mate, I'm taking that 3 points. Here.
Yeah.
First game of the season,
Bro, I don't know what we're saying here.
Arsenal Football Club, count yourselves lucky. You are lucky today.
I'm
You
right,
do not
though, still.
deserve to win. Manchester United, we couldn't find a solution up front, but we did not. We did not.
You don't deserve to lose.
To lose today,
Yeah,
man.
it's true.
That was probably
Am I lying,
Arsenal's
though?
best performance in the Premier League.
Am I
In
not
terms of
lying, though?
No, but then Saeed.
It
It doesn't matter if you're lying or not, bro.
Saeed,
No, I
Saeed,
said Arsenal. Arsenal have got the 3 points, and fair enough, yeah. But my point still stands. You man were lucky. Two
but
things can be
Saeed,
right.
Saeed, you're not understanding the
Two
problem.
things can be right.
If
No.
Fulham fans said that to you, because I watched that game, the first game of I think last season.
And
If
rightly so.
If
Yes.
Fulham fans said that to you, you wouldn't care. Our point
No,
is,
no,
you
no, no.
wouldn't care.
Wallahi, I remember. Even
Yeah.
go and watch my match
Yeah.
reaction, yeah, for the Wolves. Was it Wolves game? Was it Fulham that one?
It was
Wolves
Fulham,
game
yeah,
before that. But even Wolves game before that, yeah, we won 1-0. Remember when Varane
He
scored?
cheated,
This
yeah.
edge, yeah, we
Yeah,
were
Saeed,
looking at these
Saeed,
Wolves.
VAR. It couldn't have been before that because the Fulham game was the first game of the season.
No, I'm talking about the season
Yeah, the
before. that.
season before,
No.
do you remember when they cheated and the
Yeah,
keeper
when they
punched
should've got
the
a
Wolves
penalty.
player?
They should've
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
they should have got a penalty.
Wait,
I,
so,
I, no, hold
so
on a minute, hold on a minute.
does performances matter or not?
No, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. I openly admitted we were
Performances
lucky
matter
in
or
that
not,
game.
though?
Go watch the match reaction. I openly
Bro,
admitted
I
we were
watched
lucky.
this clip.
Hold on a minute, let me land my point and then I'll let you come in. I openly admitted we got lucky that game. Wolves were a better team. They should have had a penalty. We got away with it. I openly admitted it. And I'm saying
All
here,
right. Well
this
done on
game
the
here,
deflection.
Manchester United deserve more. I'm just letting you know. We did.
You know what the craziest bit of that
performances
clip
matter
was? You said
or
that's
not?
the best performance under Amarim. Bro, you still
Yes.
lost. You still lost, bro.
I get that. But that's besides the point, though. It is
No,
still
that
the
is the
best
point.
performance on the Amarin.
That is the
It
point.
is.
That is
Yeah.
the point.
It is. End of the day, yeah, I get it. Arsenal have done their job. They got the 3 points. 100% D. I'm not taking away from you that. But at the same time, you, man, got away with it. And United deserved at least a point out of that game. Even you would admit that, yes or no?
Okay, so when we no, I would admit that. But what I would say is, when the last stream when we was on stream, and I said to you, you said to me, oh, we knocked you out of the FA Cup, and I said to you, but we were all over you. We had chance after chance, and you said,
yeah,
yeah,
but
it
it's
doesn't
cup
matter.
competition though.
You said it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a cup competition.
Yeah, but it's cup competition though. It's not about how you play.
Match,
no, hold on. No, it's not that. It's not the same. Cup competition don't matter how you play. If you get through, you get through.
It doesn't matter how you play. It doesn't matter how you play as long as you.
No. It's not get 3 points. You get 3 points. Yeah.
I get it. It's 3 points, 3 points. But I'm letting you know though, in that isolated game, yeah, Manchester United deserve more. And when you go back to your tweet, because I knew you were shameless here, you know, this guy's called PMD. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it's not about performances, brother. In isolated games, yes." But at the end of the season, you still need results. You still need to get the trophies.
Bro,
that's the bottom line.
I'm going by what you say. I'm going by your standard.
Yeah, I'm still saying it. You still need to get results.
Because last week you said, "Oh, but it doesn't matter if we, because as long as we won, we had 10 men and still beat you. You couldn't put the ball in the net." That's what you told me.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. But what I'm letting you know though, that's in isolated moments. But over the course of the season, though, when we talk about trophies and whatnot, because that was our biggest argument.
Trophies. Look at this guy.
That was our main argument. Now, D, because you're changing it now. You're moving the goalpost. That was our main argument. Our main argument was, at the end of the season, it's about trophies and not performances. And I said to you, yes, it matters about trophies. And that's it. So we move. Wait. So let me ask you one more question. Let me ask you one more question. At the end of the season, yeah, I need to see Arsenal Football Club.
We've already got our thing, the forfeit that we're doing, right? We've already got it. We already made this decision. Remember that.
Yeah. If you don't win a trophy, yeah.
No, and you. And then whoever doesn't win a trophy, whoever finishes higher, right?
I'm confident in my team, though.
You're not confident. Finishes higher, right?
Wait, Saeed, what are you winning?
Say that again.
What are you winning?
I said we're going to win a trophy this season, and Arsenal aren't.
What trophy?
I think we win the FA Cup.
Okay. And remember, if we don't win a trophy, neither of us, whoever finishes higher is the winner.
No, we're doing trophy. We're not doing positions.
We did do.
We're not doing positions.
Well, I was there. Why don't you do it on whoever performed the best then? If you're not going to do positions, man. So no.
For me, it's trophies or nothing.
Yeah, trophies. And whoever does.
I don't do second ole. I'm not celebrating positions in league. I'm not Arsenal. I'm sorry, man.
He set the parameters.
Hold on, Saeed. If Man U finish second this season, are you going to be happy?
Would I be happy to a fair degree? Yeah, but I won't be celebrating.
Second ole.
I won't be doing this whole what Arsenal do, second place trophy and that, and you know what I mean, doing a madness. I'm not doing that. What I will do, hold on a minute. What I will do, I will celebrate trophies. And Arsenal Football Club, put your trophies on the table. This season, there's nowhere to hide. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So this is what I'm saying. So let's go trophy for trophy. If both teams don't win a trophy, whoever finishes higher wins.
No, we don't do that. We do a penalty
shootout. If neither of you win trophies, you both
I thought it's about performances, Saeed. I thought it's about performances, and performances matter. I thought performances matter.
By winning trophies, not performances by finishing.
Why are you scared?
It's about scared. Why are you scared to not win a trophy? Win the trophy. Win the trophy and we can talk. I'm not doing positions in the league, bro.
No, you're not understanding. If we both don't win a trophy, that is no, you're not listening.
I'm confident. Are you confident? Bro, are you confident in winning?
Listen.
Because you know you got a manager that's a serial loser. You know that. You got a manager.
You won serial loser. You won 7 in 28 or 7.
My manager's been there for a year. Your manager's been there for 6 years,
bro.
Your manager just broke the record to be the quickest manager to lose 15 matches, bro.
Your manager.
What are we doing here?
Listen, your manager played
6 years, spent 800 million plus. What are we doing here, bro? Are you mad?
Listen, Saeed. Yeah, your manager is one of the worst Man United managers
of
all time.
I know. I know that. But you don't know that your manager, hold on a minute, are you accountable for your manager who's been there 6 years, spent nearly £1 billion here and still not won anything?
Right. So what I'm saying to you now is,
what I'm saying to you. I'm going to ask you a question. Hold on a minute. You can't call me out. You can't call me out. Yeah. I'm admitting it. Can you admit yours though?
Hey, do you guys want us to leave or something? Should we leave?
We always do this.
Why can you not hold on a minute? You're not doing what I do. I'm the master of asking a question. I'm having a question, yeah. But you haven't admitted your mistake. You haven't admitted your manager is a serial loser. Yes or no?
Let me do it then. Right? What I'm gonna say is because you think your manager is better than our manager, let's put it on the
I'm
line.
saying that.
Yeah. No, wait. Oh no, we could no. That's for your argument. Okay, so who's
No,
better?
no, no, hold on, man. I'm
Who's
saying
better?
that.
Amim
I'm saying
Arteta.
that.
Who's better? Amim or Arteta?
Arteta's better than him.
Oh, Arteta is better than Amim.
Of course.
Okay, cool. So now you think you're gonna win a trophy, but you said we're not, right?
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
All right, cool. So you think the
Let's
worst manager
see.
is gonna win it? All right, cool. So you think a guy that wins no trophies is better than a guy that wins a trophy?
Because we're
Answer
gonna
the
find
question.
out. Hold on.
Focus.
You've seen
Answer the
it. You've
question.
seen. Hold on a
You're
minute.
not focusing.
You know,
You're not
but you know the answer to that. But this season, I'm telling you right now, Ruben Amorim will win a trophy and Arsenal won't. I'm putting it on the line now this season. So you need to really buckle up your ideas at the end of the season. Let's
do
start
that.
that.
Let's put it on the line. If one of us, we both have to go for a trophy. Whoever doesn't gets a forfeit. If neither of them win a trophy, whoever finishes higher wins.
Brother, listen, I'm not agreeing to that. You can agree to that.
What I'm saying,
I'm
someone
doing
has to win,
trophies.
right? Someone has to win. Someone has to win.
Brother, I'm doing trophies and that's it, bro. I'm not doing positions.
Oh, see?
Sorry, man.
So
Anyway,
if you
listen,
win a
man.
Carling Cup and I win a Premier League, it's the same.
No, of course it's not the same.
No,
You
there's
wouldn't
weight.
win the league.
There's
Come
weight.
on, man. What's this?
All right.
You're not used to trophies. You don't even know the importance of one of the trophies, man.
Bro,
That's how much you got.
your manager's won the work in the
It's
history,
crazy.
bro.
I'm crazy. Ask
Oh,
that question.
my
This is
God.
how you know they've never been winning trophies. Man asked me, it's the same trophy, the Carling Cup and the Premier League. Of course you know the answer, bro. The Premier League's the top trophy.
Exactly. So you're not going to compete for you're not competing for the Champions League and you're not competing for the Premier League. So what
And
are
I
you
don't
talking
think you
about?
are.
So
And I
what
don't think
trophy are
you're
you
winning
talking
both.
about?
I don't think you're winning anything. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
but
letting
what
you know.
trophy are you talking about? You're talking about the FA
saying,
Cup.
man, you're not gonna win the FA Cup.
I'm competing for the Champions League and the Premier League, bro.
Do that again. Do that again. Do that again. I'm competing for.
Get out of there, man.
I don't know. Do that again. Man,
Get
trying to
out
be
of there,
inside.
bro.
I'm trying to do this side. Compete. That's the key word. Compete. But you ain't gonna win shit. So there you go.
We'll find out,
anyway.
innit? I'm happy you said our manager's better than yours, innit? I can run with that. I'm good.
We
Yo,
know
D,
that-
did you know that stat though? Did you know that Amarin's the quickest manager to get
Yeah,
to
bro.
15
I'm not
losses? Man?
gonna
To
guess
get
up.
to what? No one's excited. Can Wolfie say his stat, please? What did you
Yeah,
say,
to get
Wolfie?
to 15 losses. He's the quickest manager to
Yeah,
get to
bro.
15 losses.
What in
Wow.
Prem history?
I don't know if it's Prem history or United. I think it might be Prem history.
That's crazy.
No, it
That
can't
is-
be
that
Prem
is
history. It'd
crazy.
be Man United history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine Rodrigo halftime interview at Madrid. Saeed wants to see Lizzo at Old Trafford. Not Lizzo still. Ever since he picked Argentina over Spain, I knew he was dumb. And Amarin has won more trophies than Arteta has won sporting first title in 90 years. Exactly. The CV.
I'm talking about Man
No, but-
United.
Brother, you
Oh
take
shit!
Arteta out of
He's the
Arsenal.
quickest manager outside a promoted team to get to 15 losses in the Premier
Yeah.
League history.
Yeah, we know this. We know this.
And he's
I
winning
knew
Europe.
history was
We
in.
don't know that, Saeed. We want to hear it. We don't know.
I didn't know that. Did you? Did you?
No,
I
no,
didn't
we're
know
learning
that.
new information.
Let me read you the exact quote. Yeah,
If
because
Arsenal was to leave
obviously
Arsenal-
memorized it. Amarin has now lost 15 of his first 28
It's a
Premier League
9%
games in
win
charge,
ratio.
meaning
That
he's
can't
the
be true.
fastest manager. He's the fastest manager to reach 15 defeats in the competition without taking charge of a newly promoted team in that period since 2010.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
There
doesn't
you
sound
go.
great. That doesn't sound great.
Hopefully with the stats. Brother, end of the day, yeah. End of the day, we know what the manager's saying, you know what I mean, and what he's
Who
on.
you got next? Who you got this week coming up?
We got Fulham.
Fulham.
Oh, more
away.
way.
Away. Long day.
Oh,
Long day.
that could get what? That could
Yeah,
get
if you
dark.
know our record there, we're actually quite good
That
over there.
could get
Saeed,
dark.
when was the last time you won back-to-back games in the Premier League?
2024, I think it was.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
that sounded like
Wow.
a guess. That sounded like a guess. I'm not gonna lie to you. That sounded very guessish.
I think it was 2024. I can't lie to you. Because I
What
think
month?
that's the last time we won 5 games in a row.
Well,
To be
that-
I'm
fair.
just asking two, man. I just want two. Forget five, man.
No, that sounded guessish.
Let's see, man. Let's see. You know, Wolfie, like I said to you, man, this season we're on to Wolfie now.
Sai, why are you on the attack today? Why are you on the attack?
No, but hold on a minute. New expectations, Wolfie. Like, we're going to be on to you. Like, I know you had a first win and that, but, you know what I mean? We'll be there, man. When shit is the fun, yeah? You best be ready with them stats, you know what I mean? Because I see you with them stats.
I
and
got
that.
the stats.
You
The stats says we just got Douglas Luiz, bro. That's
You
a
know what I
nice
mean?
stat.
I can't lie.
I know there's one stat and you ain't won a trophy in your lifetime. So,
See?
That's a very good signing, Wolfie. That's a very
Thank
good
you. Thank you.
yeah. So,
You know
that's
what?
a big stat.
Who
I've
ain't
seen
won
a
a trophy in
my
their lifetime? Who ain't
You.
won a trophy in their
What are you
lifetime?
talking about? I won the Carabao in the League Cup in 1990.
Sure, you know what I mean? You seen that?
How are you asking him if he's sure about his own club history?
I'm sure, bro. I'm
I
sure.
mean,
That's that backfired. Don't
I
believe
mean,
you're just going off D, bro. I know you're doing your D thing, man. Yeah,
We need to just keep. We need to
I had to go back 1990 and said, yeah, Wolfie's.
You know,
We
need to just see what happened. He asked Wolfie if he's sure about his own club history.
I know.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Who did you play in 99? Who did you play?
Fucking
I've been in it,
final
man.
there. Like you're talking like I was 5, man. Like always.
But the thing is, you can't bring me something and then say not who you didn't play like that. Come on, man. Then.
We won it.
You know what I
Right?
mean?
I've got 4
You
of
can't
them.
say to me, bro, we won, and then you didn't tell me who you played. Like that don't make sense. Anyway.
Bro, Nottingham
people.
Forest, aren't they Champions League winners at one point, like a long time ago? Nottingham Forest? Yeah, there you go. Twice.
We won it back to back.
Yeah.
First English team to do it. Last English team to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to change it. We're the both.
Yeah, you have to change that. You have to change that to the English.
That's the Liverpool red cartel, man. Red cartel.
Come on.
Red Cartel. Yeah, man.
I have to
Listen.
say, Nottingham Forest, they're moving mad, man. Like they're
Yeah,
making
not
some
fair play
really
to him,
good
man. I
signings.
ain't gonna lie to you,
They're
man.
doing
Douglas
some
Luiz,
good
what
business.
a signing. Like,
Douglas
Douglas
Luiz.
Luiz,
They're doing
man,
some-
they're getting him. That's
They're
a
doing
big
some
sign.
good signings, man. Yeah.
Look at this here. By the way, K's being played at right wing and Saka left wing. Nah, that can't be right, man. That's they're just doing that on purpose, man. Just to, you know what I mean? Just to get the fan base talking about things, man. But yeah, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. Big up to everyone who was watched the show. We've got 845 likes, man. That was a really, really good show, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Make sure you lot are following everyone's channels. Miz, let them know, man, where they can find you, man.
Yeah, the other side of the coin, I think I'm very close to 45,000, just a few subscribers away. So if you guys can help out with that, that'd be massive. Yeah, just if you want a little bit of Chelsea dose of content in your life, yeah, the other side of the coin.
Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to the other side of the coin. Make sure you follow them. Wolfie, what are you telling, man?
So I'm celebrating Douglas Luiz all day today, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right,
Yeah,
TV. Yeah,
Big signing, man.
big signing, big moves, more to come. But yeah, gonna be a busy week.
yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big up to you, man. Roms, man. Love as always, man.
Yeah,
Man,
check
geez.
out Football Verbal, the prediction stream coming out tonight. Me and all the guys, what we think's gonna happen. Player of the season, top goal scorer, teams to get relegated, top 4, every type of prediction. So check that out. That drops.
I'll be watching, Rums. I'll see where you put my boys.
big up the panel, big up the chat every time.
Yeah, respect, man. Come on, people, man. Make sure you not do that as well. We're gonna be redirected to Fan Zone TV. You're live. Who you live with them?
Me, Roms, and Jules. I'm gonna go live now.
There you go,
Big up,
people.
so-
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to jump on can jump on as well if they want it. If anyone's free.
Yeah. Big up, man. Now, big up, respect, man. Big up to everyone who has been locked in today. I'll be back later on for the Man Them Talk. And yeah, man, it's going to be a good day. Hopefully, more drama, man. More drama in this transfer window. Let's go.